HBCU Overdrive is proudly sponsored by WeWorkForEverything.org. At WeWorkForEverything.org, this is for those who are trying to build for a dream. With their latest hoodies, t-shirts, long sleeve shirts, and accessories and more, you can have it all here at a reasonable price. Black owned and operated out of the great state of New York. Like I said, get suited and booted. Check it out at WeWorkForEverything.org. Peace. What's going on, everybody? What is going on? What is going on? Make sure everybody can hear me. Make sure everybody can hear me. Put your ones in the air if you can hear me. We got my assistant. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Miss Quay. How you doing? Let's see what we got going on. See what we got going on. I know it is homecoming edition, as you see the title. It is HBC Tonight Homecoming Edition, brought to you and powered by WeWorkForEverything.org. Go to WeWorkForEverything.org to get all your latest hoodies, t-shirts, long sleeve shirts, any type of accessories and more. Make sure that you go support this brother straight out of New York, black owned. But this is, like I said, this is powered by WeWorkForEverything.org. Peace. I know it's everybody right now is pretty much out and about on the yard. I wish I was there right now, but you know how it is. It's one of them things where you cannot control what goes on um, in your personal life. But rest assured, I will be back I will be there in Jackson for the Alcorn game. Make sure I can come for the Alcorn game. That's something that I really want to see. I haven't been there in such a long time, so I want to be there for the Alcorn game. But we already know how we do it. We go into this thing like this. Make sure you become a subscriber on YouTube. Also follow me on Facebook, on Instagram, and on Twitter, which is now known as X, uh, at HBCU underscore overdrive on Instagram. On Facebook, you can follow me at David E. Smith Douglas. That's where I'm at. And then I also have a Facebook page, HBCU Overdrive with Doc Holliday. You can follow on there. Also, you want to become a family member, you can hit us up. Just jump out of the stream, hit the join button, and basically you can choose between the two tiers. We got blue and we got purple. Everything that we do, even when you become a family member, it goes back into the channel. It goes towards initiatives. It goes towards equipment. It goes towards travel. It basically, like I said, it goes towards the channel, does not go into my pocket. And also, like I said, if you want to donate, hit the cash app at HBCU Overdrive. Like I said before, it goes towards a lot of things, go initiatives, equipment, travel, and straight back into the channel. So it goes into the channel and not into the pocket. And also we got birthdays this month. First of all, let me get my. First of all, I want to give a shout out, even though he is Public Enemy number one. I still want to give a shout out to Coach Willie Simmons. Coach Simmons did turn his birthday. I think his birthday was yesterday. He did turn 43 yesterday. So uh, shout out to Coach Simmons. Uh, happy birthday to you. Uh, we still root for y'all to lose a game or two. But it's all, it's all in love. Um, Other than that, shout out to my boy Dave from Panther Nation podcast, A&T graduate. That's the honorary Aggie that comes into the on the stream. He had his birthday was yesterday also, so shout out to him. Man, but anybody that got birthdays this month, let me know. I can shout you out, man. Get you on here. Get you a get you something on the Summer Jam screen. But anyway, man. Anyway, man, we here. I know everybody's coming in for predictions, but first, first off, I want to get into. I want to get into um some more serious news. Uh, Baltimore PD has apprehended uh one. They have found out who the two shooters were. Um, that shot five people on Morgan State's campus. Um, one happened to be 17 years old, and the other guy was 18 years old. Both of them from the DC area. One has been apprehended. They are on the lookout for the other person. Uh, what's up? What's going on, sweet? What's happening? They had apprehended one. They are in on the manhunt for the other person. Hopefully they will have that person in by today, either today or tomorrow. Bring the my whole thing is bring these people into justice because that was uncalled for. They were not students of at Morgan State, so it was to me it was one of them things where um you have to be vigilant in what you in everything that you do. You just have to, in a sense, keep your head on the swivel. But uh, that is some good news that we hear today. The bad part is that because homecoming festivities were canceled on Morgan State campus, and the game was canceled on the campus, Morgan State lost out on a significant amount of money. Baltimore, the city of Baltimore, lost out on a little bit, significant amount of money because that was a celebration where everybody, alumni, uh, alumni, current students, parents, and just anybody that loves HBCUs, they come into town and they want to see some good. They want to have fun. They want to see a good football game, and they don't get a chance to see that because of uh the actions of a couple of knuckleheads. Um, but hopefully they can rebound from that. Hopefully they can actually play their game, even though it was canceled. They can play their game at a later date. Um, it just still see it's still to me it's still senseless. But to what happened last week over at Morgan, but but on some good news in other sports, look, I told people uh I am an Astros fan. I'm a Braves fan. Now, I'm not too much of a Rangers fan, even though I am, the Rangers are in the Metroplex. I'm a root for them. So this weekend is the Lone Star Showdown in the ALCS. The Houston Astros versus the Texas Rangers. That game will be played. The first game will be played I think, in Houston. Because the Astros were the division winners. We did tie for they did have a tie with the Rangers for tops in the AL West, but but because of the overall um um the head-to-head competition between the Rangers and the Astros do host uh do host the first two games of the ALCS. My Braves, on the other hand, were eliminated last night by the Phillies from Philadelphia. This has been the most trying time because I think there were three teams that had records they had 100 or more wins this season, and all three have been eliminated by wild card teams. And it's crazy. And that's crazy right there. All three of those teams have been eliminated by wild card teams, and that lets you know there's parity in sports. But yeah, shout out to Dusty Baker, man. Shout out to Bruce Bochy. And it's an ironic thing, y'all. I thought about this earlier today. Dusty Baker was the manager for the San Francisco Giants. He did take the team to the World Series. They did not get it done. They lost to the Angels that year. After that, Dusty goes to Cincinnati to manage the Cincinnati Reds. Bruce Bochy was the head manager for the San Diego Padres. He gets hired on with the Giants for San Francisco, and he leads them to a World Series. Now, ain't it ironic that the man who couldn't get it, the man who could have got it done in San Fran but didn't get it done, is facing the man who replaced him and got it done in San Fran. But still, shout out to Dusty though, because he did get the Astros a World Series. He did get his first World Series title some years ago. But but yeah, man, it's gonna be great baseball coming up, y'all. Great baseball. And then you got the Diamondbacks, the Arizona Diamondbacks, and the Philadelphia Phillies. Oh my goodness, the Diamondbacks took out the Dodgers. Who would have thought that? Who would have thought of that? The Diamondbacks took out the Dodgers. The Phillies took out my beloved Braves. So now you got the Phillies and the Diamondbacks. That series in the National League, it's going to be some tired folks because you got to go cross country just to play a baseball game. You got to go cross country to play a baseball game. With with the Rangers and the Astros, hell, we just got to go 3.5 hours down I-45, and that's it. That's it. What's going on, Square? What's going on, Uncle Sid? Uncle Uncle Steve, what's going on? What's going on? How you doing, Miss Keys? Peace and blessings to you. Peace and blessings to you. But anyway, man, let's get into these score predictions because that's what we all here for. That's what we coming in for. I'm going to say this. If you did not watch last night's game with Benedict and Fort Valley, you are doing yourself a disservice. Even though the game was a blowout, it was dominated by Benedict from start to finish. It's still the fact that we needed to have the eyes, the viewers to watch the game, to watch that game in particular, because that was the only SIAC game on ESPN2. Just think about that. It was the only HBCU game on ESPN2 last night. It was a Division II game, SIAC. You had Benedict coming in at 6-0 last night. You had Fort Valley stumping in the yard at 5-1. The game was down in Columbia, South Carolina. The atmosphere was great. Both bands was out there battling each other. And basically, Benedict just went ape shit on Fort Valley. I'm gonna tell you like this: Aeneas Dennis for Benedict is the real deal. He is proven to be one of the top quarterbacks at HBCU football, all divisions. I don't care what anybody say, all divisions, all divisions. All divisions. You can't sit there and see that. And then it was a quarterback duel between himself and Kelvin Durham for Fort Valley. Durham came into the game with a high ankle sprain. He stayed out there. He played the whole game, but I think he played majority of the game. They took him out late in the fourth quarter because they don't want to they don't want to aggravate the injury anymore. For Benedict goes out there and straight monkey stomps Fort Valley 48-6. Benedict scored in all four quarters. All four quarters. That defense is nothing to be played with, y'all. That defense is nothing to be played with. So, man, if you missed the game, if you missed that game, you missed a good game, even though it was a blowout, but you still missed the game to where we could have had all the viewers watch that game. Because who the heck wanted to watch Kansas City and Denver? I don't want to watch Taylor Swift. I don't care about the Swifties. I don't care about none of that stuff. The game was not that interesting. I know a lot of people was watching the Braves and the Phillies last night, but that game, Benedict, Fort Valley, was the game that everybody needed to watch. Didn't even watch SMU, East Carolina, didn't watch West Virginia, Houston, didn't watch none of the games. I watched that game in particular last night. Uncle said Astros at 5. We don't know. Hey, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be real with you. The Rangers have had the Astros number this season. They've been going back and forth. They were going neck and neck in the division. The Rangers has the Astros numbers this season. We shall see in the ALCS. You got Scherzer is going to be they're going to activate Max Scherzer to be a starter, probably either a day two starter or day one. It all depends on how Bochy gets his starting lineup as far as pitching. But it's going to be an evened out game. It's going to be even talent either way it goes, and either way, I'm gonna be honest with you. Either way it goes, a team from Texas is going to go to the World Series. How about that? A team from Texas is going to go to the World Series. It's either going to be H-Town or it's going to be the Triple D. Either one. Somebody from Texas is going to the World Series. That's it. Other news today, before we get to these picks, the coach for St. Augustine University, Howard Fagans, has been relieved of his duties today by the institution. And here's the crazy thing. He was let go because he played an ineligible player for 3 plays. This makes no sense. Howard Fagans was fired for playing an ineligible player for 3 snaps in a game against Virginia State on September the 16th, which that was pretty much 3 weeks ago. Fagans was the second football coach to be fired this calendar year by St. Augustine's. This lets you know St. Augustine has no stability up front. You talking about a program that was at the time that came into the season like 0-5. But SAU announced that defensive coordinator Jody Owens will take over as the interim head coach for the remainder of the 2023 season. Blue, I don't know how does that. I don't know how it happened. I don't know how it happened. As a school, as a school, as a program, you're supposed to be on top of that. You're supposed to be on top of that as a program. Somebody dropped the ball. Somebody dropped the ball. And I figured, and my thing is, I'm thinking that the NCAA is gonna get involved. The CIAA was gonna get involved, and they didn't want to take any chances. So they was like, well, we're just gonna go ahead and get rid of the head coach. Something need to happen. Not even just the head coach, maybe your athletic director. Something got to happen. Something got to happen because this is the second coach to get fired this season. Not this season, but this year. Yeah, and he should not even be addressed to be on the sideline. So that's some on either the head coach or it's on somebody. It's on somebody. Lord Jesus, we got Timona is in the house. You want to jump on, sis? If you ain't busy, anybody want to jump on? What up, Rock Wayne? What's good, bro? Hey, you doing, Miss Amber? How you doing, Miss Amber? But anyway, let's get into these picks, y'all. Let's get into these picks. So we're gonna start off. We're gonna start off in the SIAC. You got Albany State going up against Allen University. Allen University has the top rated passer in all the HBCU football, David Wright. Passed for almost 1,600 yards this season right now. Think he has 24 touchdowns, and his interceptions is a paltry 4 interceptions this season. But Albany State coming in, Quinn Gray is coming in. I would say with all cylinders going, but we're gonna get into these. We're gonna get into these stats right here. We're gonna get into these stats right here, but so yeah, Allen is going into Albany State. I think this is Albany's. If I'm not mistaken, this is Albany State's homecoming this weekend. Also, like I said, you see the title of this. You see the title of tonight's episode, homecoming season. It's homecoming season, so they coming in. Albany coming in at 4-2, 2-0 in conference. Allen coming in at 4-1. Look, this is going to be the tale of two tapes. This is going to be more passing on Allen, and pretty much you're gonna have some with Albany. You're gonna have more passing, but you're gonna have equal amount of rushing in this game. You're gonna have equal amount of rushing in this game. The only thing about Allen is the defense. They did give up 42 in their last game against Fort Valley in a loss. I have. I'm gonna be real honest with you. I have Allen winning this game tomorrow against Albany. I have them winning this game 31-28. It's going to be a close game. It's going to be a close game. Close game. Close game. Next game on my list, still in the SIAC, we got we got Edward Waters going to Alabama to take on Tuskegee in at the Shed. This is Tuskegee's homecoming also. What's going on, Mr. Chambers? This is Tuskegee homecoming also. Tuskegee coming in at 5-1. Edward Waters is coming into this game at 3-3. Edward Waters is coming off a victory. Let's see, who's the last victory? Coming out, Edward Waters was coming out the victory last week. Y'all have to give me, excuse me, against Lane, 37-30. Tuskegee with domination over Morehouse last week, 40-28. Going into the Shed, I don't see nobody beating Tuskegee in the Shed. I have I think Tuskegee has enough defense to stop Edward Waters' offense. Aaron James is doing a phenomenal job in his first season as a head coach. I have Tuskegee rolling in this game against Edward Waters. I have a win in this game, 38 to 17. I had Edward Waters win this game 38-17. It's going to be hard to win in the Shed. And plus, like I said, it's Tuskegee's homecoming again. It's homecoming. Like I said, it's homecoming edition right now. Let's move on to the next game right here. So we're going to go into the CIAA. CIAA, we got this matchup right here. We got Virginia Union going up against Bowie. This game is going to be in Richmond, Virginia at 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock kickoff. Union is coming in at 5-1. Bowie is coming in at 3-3. This game, Bowie took a big loss. They got taken to the woodshed by Virginia State, 44-16 last week. Union comes in and drubs Elizabeth City, 42-20. What's going on, me at Mike? Going on, Israel? Look, just be honest with you. I think we've all known Bowie State to come to be a powerhouse, a defensive powerhouse in the CIAA. That was when Damon Wilson was the head coach. Now you have Kyle Jackson, who is trying to right the ship. This is his second season, trying to right this ship. They got some issues as far as moving the ball. On the offense, defense is still trying to stay intact. But going up against Union, you got Jada Byers coming back, who is one of the nation's leading rushers from last season. He was nicked up by, I think it was by ankle injury. I'm gonna be honest with you, y'all. I'm gonna be honest with you. Bowie might make this a game, but Virginia Union is gonna grind it out in this game right here. So I have Union winning this game against Bowie. It's going to be a low scoring game. I got them winning 17-10. I think Bowie is going to make this a low scoring game. They're going to try to grind it out, but I feel like Union has a lot more offense than what you will see with Bowie. Lord, y'all done got Timona started, y'all. We done got Timona started. We got next on the list. Look, it's the I don't know what you call this. I would call this the Ivy Classic. I think that's what it's called. So we are in the we are in the MEAC right now. So we got Harvard Harvard is going up against Howard University. And this is an interesting, like to me, this is an interesting matchup because the MEAC is going up against these Ivy Leagues. Um, going up against these Ivy Leagues, and just want to see how they do. Just want to see how they do in this game right here. Um, this game will be played in Cambridge, Massachusetts. Um, I'm gonna say this: I don't too much know about Harvard, but from what I heard on Wednesday's Space, HBCU Nightly, but I will say this about Howard and their resilience: they go up to Northwestern. They go to Evanston, Illinois to play Northwestern. They come out. I mean, they lost by 3, but the way the game was played that day, it could have been Howard could have pulled it off. Um, you got Eden James back for Howard. He ran for 177 yards and 2 touchdowns in that game. Um, the quarterback play with Quentin Williams was efficient. He didn't throw you out of games. He kept everybody in the game. But they were at the it's a simple fact. They were down. They were down 16-0, and they tried to come back to make this game, to make a game very interesting. To make it very interesting, and pretty much, um, they fell short in this game. But Harvard is coming in at 4-0. Harvard has a QB, Charles DePrima, in a sense, he's the real deal. He is a junior. This is the first year starting. So he has 655 yards passing already, 9 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. He also has 452 yards on the ground with 5 touchdowns to add with it. So their main issue is to stop this kid right here with Harvard. From Harvard. I feel like if you cut the head off the snake, then the rest of the body will fall. But in this instance, I'm gonna go with Harvard in this game. I'm gonna go with Harvard in this game. It's not gonna be a blowout, but I will go with Harvard in this game. I would say 34-27. Harvard over Howard. Harvard over Howard. Yeah, I remember you was telling me about that, Blue, that he was the real deal. We gonna see on Saturday. That's a 12 o'clock kickoff from Cambridge, Massachusetts. That game will be on ESPN Plus. So y'all make sure y'all don't miss out on that. Next on the list, what we got right here. 17-point favorites. Woo. Simona, you need to take that bet right there. Take the bet. Take the points. Next on the list, again, as we always, it's homecoming season. We got the mighty Spartans from Norfolk State coming in at 2-3, coming to Nashville, going to Nash Vegas, going to Tennessee State, who's coming in at 3-2. Coming in at 3-2. Oh, I got to see those uniforms. I got to see the uniform. He said Tennessee State just dropped the black unis today. It is homecoming in Nashville, like I said, for Tennessee State. Um, it is going to be a battle of the QBs. You got Otto Coons coming in, record shop. Even though I feel like he ain't the best starter for Norfolk, he has kept them in games. Um, but you got Draylon Ellis coming in. Um, Coming into this game, and they don't even have his stats up like that. That's crazy. Tripped out. But Tennessee State can win this game, go 4-2, and they can actually make a run for the NCAA playoffs. I feel like they can make a run for the NCAA playoffs. The rest of their schedule after this season, after tomorrow, they have Lincoln, California, which is in that game is in Nashville also. So that will be a win right there. Then they have Lindenwood. I think they will be in Nashville also. They have Charleston Southern, which they go to Charleston. They have Eastern Illinois, which is pretty much the other game, only other game that they have that they would have some sort of issue with. And then last but not least, they have Tennessee Tech. I'm looking at this game. They didn't have to play SEMO. They played Gardner Webb early this season. You don't play Bryant. You don't you didn't play, you don't have to play Robert Morris. Um you've already played UT Martin, which was pretty much almost a defensive battle early, like a couple of weeks ago. It is prime for you're gonna get at least two teams, at least 2 or 3 teams out of this conference right here. And remember, this is the Big South OVC. So both of these conferences, they have an agreement. They merged this season. So it also depends on what Eastern Illinois does this season too for the rest of the season. And with Gardner Webb also. Um So with Gardner Webb, and it all depends on what they do. It's a log jam up top. UT Martin only loss was to Georgia, and that was early in the season. They're sitting at 5-1. Here you go. He said they're gonna roll them up 35-14. We shall see. We shall see. We shall see. I got to look at the uniforms. I need to check out these uniforms, man. Oh snap! That boy Blue come in with the clutch. Man, them things is fire. Them uniforms is fire, y'all. Not gonna lie to y'all. Them uniforms is fire. So, but in the end, Dawson Odoms, I thought Dawson Odoms was going to be on that hot seat. His seat kind of cooled off a little bit. Um, Coming in with a pretty much decent record this season, but Eddie George, I feel like Eddie George is on a mission. Um, Figuratively in sports, for football. He wants to see his team get to the playoffs, and he wants to see Tennessee State get what's owed to them. Hey, hey, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But in this game, Um, that seat gets kind of warm for Dawson Odoms for Coach Odoms tomorrow. I got Tennessee State winning this game 28-20. 28-20, Tennessee State will win this game. They will be woo. I would love to see that I would still love to see that playoff matchup. Jackson State, Tennessee State. That would be so much. That would be fun right there. Let's see next on the list what we got. Who we got? Now we're going into the SWAC because let's see. Central is off this weekend. Morgan State is off this weekend. South Carolina State is off this weekend. And Delaware State is off this weekend. So you only have Howard. Well, no, not South Carolina State. So you only have Howard, Norfolk, and South Carolina State playing this weekend for the MEAC. And I don't want to get into the that South Carolina State game because they're playing. Who are they playing? I think they're playing Tennessee Tech. But anyway, so we got the battle of the first year head coaches. Pine Bluff versus Mississippi Valley. Look, let me say this about Valley. And it's not an indictment on y'all. I did have high hopes for Valley. I did. I had high hopes for Valley. But the offense is anemic. The offense is very anemic, and the defense lives up to what it's supposed to do. It's to me, it's going to be on the offense. Valley comes into this game after a 31-12 loss to Prairie View this past weekend, and Pine Bluff comes off a bye week. They played Southern. Their last game was against Southern. They were shut out 27-0. Yeah, I figured that might. Yeah, I knew they were playing Tennessee Tech. Yeah. I like what I see from Pine Bluff as far as with their quarterback. I like what I see with the receivers that they have. This team is young. Remember that. This team is young. This team is a lot with a lot of freshmen, a lot of sophomores, a little bit of juniors, and not too many seniors on this team. They go into Valley. They playing in Itabena. We all know what happens when you go to Itabena. The grass ain't cut all the way. the mosquitoes is going to be biting. But I have Pine Bluff winning this game. It won't be a blowout, but I do have to win this game. It will be a 28-14 victory for Pine Bluff. That is my prediction for this game. Valley goes to 0-6 after this week, after tomorrow, and then next week they have Jackson State at home. I have Pine Bluff picking up their second win, which arguably, figuratively speaking, that was how many wins they were going to get. They were going to pick up anyway, but it all depends on what they do for the rest of the season. After, I think their homecoming is next week also, and then they have Jackson State at home in 2 weeks. We got next on the list. We got Texas Southern versus Bethune-Cookman. We got one coach that got hired and is trying to right the ship at his alma mater. Then you have another head coach that is on the proverbial hot seat for real at Texas Southern. I have. Oh my goodness. This game will be at Bethune. It will be in Daytona. Uh both teams coming in at 1-4. Uh both teams coming in with their only victory against lower competition, Division II, NAIA schools. Um, I don't know what to say about this, but because Texas Southern doesn't have Andrew Body, the Texas Southern faithful feels, in my opinion, they feel like that um they put all their eggs in the basket on Body, and they had belief that Coach McKinney can get the ship righted in the right direction. But I don't see that happening right now, and I'm not the type of person that says somebody needs to be fired. But if I'm gonna be honest with you, Texas Southern loses to Bethune-Cookman, it's just another step closer to trying to find another head coach after this season. Hold on one second, y'all. My bad. I had to take a call, y'all. Had to take a call. I had to take a call. But look, Bethune-Cookman is winning this game. It's gonna be one of them ugly wins. It's gonna be that ugly. It's gonna be ugly what you saw when they played Jackson State, and they're gonna make it ugly. Um, the defense for Bethune is formidable. I think they will harass Jace Wilson. That's the quarterback for Texas Southern. I think they will limit the running backs in yardage, and I feel like try to put the game. It's all good, Doc. They're gonna try to put the game in the hands of the QB for Texas Southern. They're gonna try to put the game in the hands of Jace Wilson. So I got Bethune-Cookman winning this game 24-14. 24-14. I got Bethune-Cookman winning this game. They'll get their second win, and I think there'll be more momentum coming in for them when it comes down to it. It's some games I don't have on here. Prairie View goes down to Sharpstown to play Houston Christian. We can get it to that game right there. The game is at 6:00. They will be broadcast on ESPN Plus. I would say this about Prairie View and Trayvon Conley. He is playing like a quarterback, like he said that he was going to be. He has put the team on his shoulders. It's going to be hard for Houston Christian to stop this running attack. The three-headed monster running the ball for Prairie View. The big thing is making sure that the receivers catch the ball and limit the drops. Limit the drops on from the wide receivers. I got Prairie View winning this game, and it'll be a close game. I don't think it'll too much be a blowout, but it'll be a close game coming up. And then the other game I don't have on here is Southern versus Lincoln, California. That's Southern's homecoming. Look, Southern, you need to redeem yourself. Southern needs to redeem itself from the coaching fart that Dooley done on Saturday night, who pissed a lot of people off, including myself, because you had the game in hand against FAMU. You could have won the game, but you decide that you want to run a draw play when they're dropping back 8 and pretty much 3 are on the line, and you don't want to throw the ball. Take what the defense give you. I'll be honest with you. I'm gonna be real with you on that. So Southern, redeem yourself. You're playing a high school team tomorrow. It's your homecoming. You got to beat this team by 80. You got to beat it, but you got to beat them by 80. Because on the real, that seat is super hot for Dooley. After this past weekend against FAMU, that seat is super hot for Dooley. Southern, you got to win the game. You have to win the game. So then let's see what else we got next on my list. So we got Grambling versus Alabama A&M. Alabama A&M goes into the hole at Grambling. They go into the hole at Grambling to see Grambling homecoming. It's Grambling's homecoming, y'all. I'm gonna just be real. Grambling's homecoming is tomorrow also. Alabama A&M is coming in on the downward spiral. They lost the last game to Jackson State 45-30. Grambling is coming in this game on a losing streak. They lost to Alcorn 25-24. So which one is going to redeem itself? Who is going to redeem themselves? Y'all do know for Alabama A&M, everybody knows it is hard to play at Robinson Stadium in Grambling, aka the hole. It is hard to play in that stadium. I don't know why. I don't know how it is, but it is hard to come out with a victory in that stadium if you're the opposing team. I have Grambling winning their homecoming game. I don't know how much they'll win by, but I think they'll try to avenge what happened last week against Alcorn. I have Grambling winning this game 35-21 against Alabama A&M. Miles Crawley is going to carve y'all up. Yep. So, but I will say this: Hugh Jackson ain't on the hot seat right now. Just got to keep winning. But Connell Maynard, you lose this game, and then you turn around because next week you got the Magic City Classic. Lose that game right there. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Maynard gonna be on that hot seat for real. That seat gonna be real hot. He lose these next 2 games. In fact, he lose the next 3 because remember he lost last week. You play tomorrow against Grambling. Then you got the Classic next week. Lose these 3 games in a row. Yeah, that seat is real hot. That seat is real hot. Yeah, they can make it close with their defense, but man, man, oh man, oh man, it is something about going into to to North Louisiana and playing the Tigers off of exit 81. It does something to teams. I just feel like Grambling has the upper advantage. They have the edge. It is homecoming as always. Oh, it's FAMU. Oh, Alabama A&M play FAMU next week. Then they got the classic. Woo, woo! Y'all got a rough 3 weeks, bro. 4 weeks. Y'all got a rough 4 weeks. Oh Jesus. Oh Jesus. Now I will be cheering for y'all against FAMU. I will be cheering for y'all against FAMU. That's just my bias right there. Brady said you better start barking. Man said you better start barking. Okay, y'all played FAMU November 4th. Hey man. Hey. Let me see. Hold on. Before y'all let me get to their schedule. So FAMU got Texas Southern on the 21st. No, FAMU going to Houston on the 21st. And then uh y'all got Prairie View for homecoming on the 28th, and then November the 4th. November the 4th, y'all have Alabama A&M. FAMU got a gauntlet of a schedule for the rest of the the for rest of the season. Hey, if y'all get a victory over FAMU in Houston, bro, I would personally commend y'all. I would personally commend y'all. We shall see. But I got Grambling winning this game. It'll be a close game. Um, give me 23-20. Give me 23-20. Grambling. And last but not least, y'all see it. It's homecoming. It is homecoming. It is homecoming for us. Let me see if I can do something right here. Let me see if I can do something. But while y'all at it, put in y'all score predictions of who gonna win this game tomorrow. See if I can find this video. All right, saved it. See if I can. put it on my PowerPoint. Hold on. Y'all give me a second. Give me a second. I'm gonna go to commercial break right here. HBCU Overdrive is proudly sponsored by WeWorkForEverything.org. At WeWorkForEverything.org, this is for those who are trying to build for a dream with their latest hoodies, t-shirts, long sleeve shirts, and accessories and more. You can have it all here at a reasonable price. Black owned and operated out of the great state of New York. Like I said, get suited and booted. Check it out at WeWorkForEverything.org. Peace. All right, trying to do something here. Can't do it. I thought I was trying to get a video, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all already know what I was talking about as far as what Eddie Robinson said. He said, "I hope we play them." He's like, "I hope we play them for homecoming. Have them on for homecoming. I hope we play them, and I hope he don't get a Power 5 job." Well, you got one out of your two wishes came into fruition. You playing us for homecoming, but the other guy got his Power 5 job. Now, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? What's up, Trav? What you gonna do when you get your head beat in? But this is my prediction for a Saturday game. You try out if you start. I'm gonna be honest with you. If you start Damon Stewart, this might make the game interesting. This will make the game interesting. But, buddy, if you bring Demetrius Davis ass out there on the field, it is going to be a field day on your offense. It defense is gonna be hungry. It's gonna be a field day. It don't matter who quarterback is in the game, but you got Demetrius Davis coming into that game. It's gonna be lights out, lights out. And I would give you this. I would give Bama State defense this. Nobody this season has scored more than 23 points on this team. Nobody has scored more than 23 points on this team. The problem is, can you score more than 14 points on the opposing team? That's the issue at hand. Can you score more than what you give up? Can you score more than what you give up? I'll give you this. That game they played against FAMU, they was in it to win it. I'm telling y'all, it was one of them games where it was like, look, we got to take this game. We got to take the bull by the horns. And E-Rob decides to put Demetrius Davis in the game, and pretty much basically you're not getting it done. Not getting it done. So I'm gonna be real with you. We're not scoring 40 points in this game because their defense is who they are. I'll give them that. If we score 30, it'd be like 30, 31. but we ain't scoring 40. So for my prediction in this game, and everybody have a happy homecoming, I had D.I. Love 31, Bama State Bumblebees 13. Again, if you didn't hear me, for the folks in the back, I got D.I. Love 31, the Bama State Bumblebees 13. Hey, and Diamond Stewart can scramble, but he's a pocket passer. He wants to sit in the pocket, but he can spin the ball. I give you that. I'm gonna give you that. I give him that. He can spin the ball. And then when he's in the game, he's thrown for 250 yards every game he's been in. It's just the problem that when they take him out and they put Demetrius Davis in, the offense is stymied because it's like he don't know what he doing. If we get close, if we get to 40 against this defense, Eddie Robinson on the high seat also. But I know that's not gonna happen because their administration ain't even gonna let that happen. But in the eyes of the alums and the fans, Eddie Robinson gonna be on the hot seat if you lose this game right here. You asked for this game. You wanted this game. You asked for it, and you shall receive this game. But other than that, man, other than that, that's my predictions for today. So um that is my predictions. Everybody have a happy and great homecoming. I will be, if you are in the DFW area, I will be at Louisville. Um, Louisville's homecoming, Louisville High School. Um, they have Plano Senior High tonight. Um, so we're gonna catch Ethan Terrell. I'm gonna use that camera that Dr. Strong sent, had donated to me, and we're gonna put that to good use. I'm loving the camera. Like I said, I thank you, Doc, for blessing the channel with that. Um, just don't know how much it means. Mr. Emmy, you said who are the best teams? Who are the best two teams in the MEAC? So the two best teams in the MEAC is Central and you got Howard. Central and Howard. And then you might have um you got South Carolina State who's coming in on the road. You got Morgan State. If they had an offense and a quarterback, they would be more dominant to go with that defense. And then you have Norfolk State. Norfolk State with Coach Odoms, he's turning it around. So I give him that. But the two best teams in the MEAC right now is Howard and Central. Uh, I don't know, man, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, everybody's eyes are still on trying to go to the Celebration Bowl. I mean, to the SWAC Championship game, to the Celebration Bowl. But just in case, I'm gonna be real with you, Dwayne. Be real with you, Mr. Dwayne. If we go to if we finish out the season the way we should finish it out, because we only got, let's see, after tomorrow, we have Valley, you have Pine Bluff, Texas Southern, and Alcorn. Out of those four games, Alcorn would probably be our toughest competition other than FAMU and other than what we saw with Texas State. Those are going to be that's our toughest competition. But if FAMU wins out, I mean, and you got to win out. You have to win out. If you win out, um, it ain't a guarantee, but if you win out, um, y'all get the chance to go to the SWAC championship game. You'll host the SWAC championship game. Okay. And with us, I would want to see us go to the playoffs. We have not we have not went to the playoffs since 1997. The last time we went to the playoffs, we played Western Illinois and we got rocked and it was cold up there. But I'm saying this. We talking about it. Everybody, a lot of us in these space, we are talking about it because of the simple fact that's the next best thing, and especially if we run off. So you, the crazy thing is, remember we start the season off 2-2. A lot of people had us starting off 1-3. A lot of people had us starting off 0-4. But but in a sense, in a sense after that Texas State loss, which is that had put us at um that had put us at 2-2. We come home, we play Bethune, we squeak that out. And with all the adversity that we had too, with the kickers being injured, having to find a kicker, having our long snapper punt, be the punter till Matt Noel gets back. Um, that you know we're riding the ship, and I mean I think we're riding in high. Like, just to be honest, we on a 2-game winning streak. We sitting at 4-2. We can make it 3 game. We can make it a 3-game winning streak after tomorrow against Bama State, and then we could just keep going on. Like, we could win 7 straight, and then the NCAA could look at it and say, "Hey, man, this team started off rocky, and they came in and they took off at the right time." And yes, and Matt Knoll is back, so we are good to go on our special teams. Um, um, I feel like Coach TC, he'll make a case for it. It just all depends, but it all depends on what y'all do too. Because I'm just saying, it all depends on what y'all do too. I mean, fam, I mean, of course, you going to Texas Southern. That might be that could be an easy game for y'all, or it could be a hard game. It all depends. It depends on what type of team Texas Southern going to bring in on that Saturday. And then you got Prairie View coming into town for your homecoming. You don't know what will happen. We won't know what will happen. But I'm just saying, I'm just putting it hypothetical. We win 7 straight, man. I say go to the playoffs. And like we said, like Blue was talking. We talked about this the other day. Have it. Let's just say if Tennessee State went out. Let's just say they go 8-3. An 8-3 Tennessee State team playing against a 9-2 Jackson State team in the playoff for the first round would be humongous. I would like another crack at the Celebration Bowl and the SWAC championship game. But sometimes you got to start thinking in the terms of being realistic. Like, I would rather see us, I would want to see us in the playoffs, see how we do. But man, that's going to be my time. I know a lot of people is out there on the yard. It is Yard Fest right now at Jackson State. Everybody make sure that y'all go and have fun. Um, make sure that you govern yourselves accordingly. Yes, I'm gonna treat it like church, and make sure that you keep your head on the swivel. That's all I gotta say. Let's see what you say. mean, they still talented, but people is writing that they writing y'all off already. I'm gonna be honest with you. I watched Jace a couple of games, especially the Grambling game y'all played. I like what he can do. He can spin the ball and he can run. So I like what I see with that. My whole thing is, can you stop? And it's the play calling. Like the play calling is vital for him. But I hope everybody has a good, like I said, I hope everybody has a good homecoming this weekend. Y'all make sure you share this with other folks, so we can get this thing going off. Make sure that you tune in tomorrow. It'll be late tomorrow when I come on. It'll be late tomorrow when I go on, because I'll be coming in at midnight. And if you're still up at midnight, we'll have the post game show tomorrow night. And we'll talk about the game and everything. And as always, man, look. Nope, that ain't happening, Gene. That ain't happening, man. TC ain't doing that. He's not playing no backup QBs to get burn time. He's not playing no backup QBs. The man is a competitor. He feel like they ain't out of it, you ain't out of it. So he ain't doing that. He is not doing that. If we got packages for him, yeah. If the season was way out of hand and Jason Brown wasn't doing what he's supposed to do, then yeah, I would see that. But we still sitting at 4-2. Oh yeah, yeah. Mr. Ford is upset about the Braves. he upset about them Braves. I was upset about the Braves, but then too, I said I got two other teams that's in the championship series, and hey, it is what it is. But hey, it is my time, y'all. Make sure that you like the stream. Make sure that you comment, share. Most of all, subscribe to the channel. You want to become a member, a family member, all you have to do is just jump out the chat, hit the join button, click on either the blue tier or the purple tier. And like I said, all this goes back towards the channel. If you want to donate towards the channel, you can hit the Cash App at HBCU Overdrive. Goes towards the channel, goes initiatives, equipment, travel, anything for the channel. By the channel, for the channel. That's what it goes to. And also hit that notification bell to get everything HBCU Overdrive. Y'all see it, what it is. It's the homecoming season. I don't have an episode for this one, so it just came out to what it is. We would do the post-game show tomorrow night when I get home from work. Other than that, man, look, y'all, like I said, y'all be safe out there, have fun, govern yourselves accordingly, drink responsibly, and you know what I'm saying? Let's go out there and celebrate. As always, be blessed, stay safe, stay dangerous, and we out this thing till tomorrow night. Peace.